some hostile technologies trying to push me out. So there's fair amount of support that we do get from society as well as government for pediatric cancers, but the support that we get from ICS is unique, and this kind of support is what allows us to have 100% compliance to the treatment and also stick to our mission. The mission that was defined in 1941 by House of Tatas was that anybody who walks through the doors of Tata Hospital would receive treatment irrespective of his or her paying capacity. So that's what we are able to fulfill to a great extent, and thank you very much for all your support.
Thank you, Dr. Badwe, for being here. So, Anne, would you like to start? Because primarily we just wanted to start by introducing the DDT team. Anne, would you start?
Yeah.
Because DDT, we feel, are the real heroes of this whole, but for TMH, right from the beginning, providing the doctors and the doctors themselves who have volunteered their services on a totally voluntary basis for them. They've spent hours and hours, week after week. Quite an impressive achievement. And
so, thank you everyone for being here, and it's indeed a privilege to see such a august gathering of people right from the early days till now. And to start off with, I welcome the DDT doctors. Dr. Tushar Vora, has he joined in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome, Doctor.
The stalwart.
He's in Canada.
Early morning for you.
Oh.
Yes. He's doing his fellowship there.
He was our guinea pig.
Nehal also, Nehal has come in and out many times. She has been a guinea pig. Dr. Banavali is our guinea pig. Where is he, Dr.?
Yeah.
He's sitting with Dr. Badwe.
That's right.
Well, I am with him on his company.
Banavali is the person who used to see every form, Tushar used to tell me, whether he attended our DSC or not, and or whether he was there. Tushar,
Absolutely, ma'am.
In fact, I must add that Tushar also helped design the processes, not just actually looking at the forms, the original guidelines, what the process should be. Tushar has done so much work that has held us, for so long.
So Smita is also here, the original.
Nice to see her. Just tell her all is forgiven. She is welcome back.
I never had any problem with that. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah,
And continue.
we want you back. That's the thing.
And go on.
Yeah. So second is Dr. Nehal. Welcome, Dr. Nehal.
Thank you, Anne.
Yeah, here's Dr. Nehal. She's with PMH. She is the chairperson now.
Hello.
She's the spokesperson for DDT currently. Next, we have Dr. Anant Gokaran. Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Sachita. Yes, this is Dr. Anant Gokaran. Welcome, doctor. He's one doctor who never says no to anything. Whenever we want him, he adjusts his time accordingly and is part of the DDT. So that's
Thank you.
Dr. Ashish Gulia, has he joined in?
I didn't see him.
He had called me, but I couldn't.
I think I have kept him busy somewhere else.
Oh.
I apologize for that.
Okay. So that's okay. Then we have Dr. Sachin Punattar. Dr. Ananta Sachin Punattar.
I think Sachin could not join. He's busy in rounds.
Okay. Dr. Hasmukh Jain, has he joined in? I don't think. Okay. The rest. I then welcome Dr. Hari Menon.
Hello.
Welcome, doctor.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
He is
Thank
the
you.
chairperson for the Bangalore.
Starting our Bangalore DDT, we are very grateful to you.
Thank you. Hello, sir.
Good to see you, Hari, after so
Hi.
long.
Yes, it's so nice to see you. Yes. Yeah.
Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, so I'll always say that. Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Kumaraswamy. Welcome, Dr. Kumaraswamy. Is he there? No, I don't think he's joined in. Dr. Ravi Tippaswamy, has he joined in? He's from Shankara Hospital.
Hi. Sorry.
Yeah, you're there. Sajita.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, all.
Yeah.
I think Kumaraswamy sir also has joined.
Oh, okay. So that's Dr. Ravi Tippaswamy, and this is Dr. Kumaraswamy. He is, Dr. Kumaraswamy is from Aster Hospital. Then we have Dr. Vikram Kekarpure. Yes, welcome, Dr. Vikram. He's from Sitcare Hospital. He's also part of the DDT. Dr. Vishal Rao, is he there? I don't think he's joined in. And Dr. Shekhar Patil? No. So, Dr. Vikram Mahiya? Okay. And last is Dr. Aditya Murli. No, I think they haven't joined in. Okay. Fine. So welcome all the DDT doctors. We also have the Navya team who's present. So we have Farzana who's there. Unfortunately, the founders couldn't join in, Dr. Naresh Ramarajan and Geetika Srivastava. She couldn't, both of them couldn't join in. But we have the team with us. They are the ones who type in and put in all those details. So Farzana.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. So this is Farzana. So they are the backbone of all the Navya comments that you see. Then we have Ramya there.
The face and the name.
Ramya.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
So this is Ramya. And last is Navya. So Navya works for Navya. Yeah, that's Navya there.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Welcome to the Navya.
So I'm not so sure whether, I mean, we've already done the introduction of the DDT. Now I welcome, the formal welcome to all our guests. Dr. Badwe, who's already spoken. Milind is, I would just...
one moment.
Milind.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today. It's been...
yeah, that's great. Of course, you'll be speaking a little later, right?
Okay.
Then we also have with us Homi, who you've all seen, whom somebody said had a haircut before coming. I don't know, he went to the... but I said, Homi, please look so good. Welcome, Homi. Dr. Banavli, you've already met. Smita also you saw a little while ago. So these are all part of the original team, and we are very happy that they are here today. So now let me introduce the ICS people to the rest of the people who are here, especially the DDT members. Hari Mundra, our chairperson. Hari was also incidentally one of the original sinners or culprits, as you can say, very much a part of the original conception team. We have Dr. Bojas. In fact, when I look at my records, Anita, I find that you were very much a part of the first GAC.
Except I never attended.
That I remember, actually. Naveen is the managing trustee. Naveen is, where is Naveen now?
I think Usha and Naveen did the trick this time about Anita.
No, I think it's COVID because now I can attend from anywhere, you know.
That is what is so wonderful right now. And Mr. Sharma, he is again one of our original people. I think probably who is been the person who's been with the DDT from right from the beginning. He was being with the GSC, and probably if we really look back, his attendance would be really the maximum. He is one person who has helped ensure quorum every single occasion and has always obliged us. Thank you so much, MK. Keval is another person who solidly joined our. After he kind of stepped off from the. He stepped down as chair. He has been very much totally committed to the CCF. And thank you, Keval. You've always been great support. Purna is a person again who I would say from day one, and you can always depend upon Purna. Where is Purna? Depend upon Purna to totally. She's not visible. Okay. Purna, I don't know whether you can hear me, but you have been a solid person behind this. And in a way, I would say through you, we actually remember Dr. Arun Kurkure today, who along with the founders of the CCF really, conceived along with Dr. Badwe and Hari and others, the whole concept of this program and how it was so very necessary. And today we really remember and offer our deepest respects to the memory of Arun Kurkure. Such a wonderful person. Narayan and Vinay, I don't know whether they are here. Any idea?
Yes, I am here.
And Narayan is part of the trustee of the ICS. And where is Vinay? Dr. Vinay Deshmane? I think he is not here. So we have.
Why do you want to watch that?
Yourself, please. I tell you, Zoom meetings are so interesting. We have Jyotsna and Kishore here. Jyotsna and Kishore, both of them you can see. There. Kishore has got his hands up and Jyotsna has also got. Krishna, just say hello, then you'll get highlighted automatically.
Hey, hello.
Yeah. And Kishore is also here from the Bangalore office. You're muted, Kishore. Shailesh.
Hello, everybody. Bangalore, Kishore Rao.
From the Bangalore ICS. Jyotsna is, of course, the head of the Delhi ICS. Shailesh Iyengar is one of our newer members to the GAC.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
We also have Navneet, who is came in when Milind stepped off from the HCMC. Naveen.
Hi.
Navneet is here, and he says hello. Gautam Chakravarti, a very, very regular, staunch member of the. Gautam, you just have to say something, you'll get highlighted. If you're there and you do. There is Gautam. Gautam is, there he is, at the bottom.
Sorry, you are on mute.
Yeah. So this is Gautam. And
Namaskar. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. We have Ramesh here. Ramesh.
He has some issues joining in.
And we also have CK, who is Director of Technology. He's a member of the NMC. So having done these introductions, taken much longer than I thought, I would request Hari to please have the list of speakers by saying a few words.
Hari. No, it will not be few, it will be many. Thank you, Usha. Dear friends, under the second wave of COVID, which has been devastating, there are not many things to cheer about. So I would like to thank Usha for giving us this occasion to celebrate the 200th meeting of GAC under CCF, and also to meet all the friends with whom we have not met for a long, long time. So it is really a friends get together to celebrate something which we are all proud of. So last year we had actually completed a decade of CCF, and now we are completing 200th meeting of the GSE. And both have been, as Usha said, great milestones. Now, if you look back, ICS itself has completed more than 70 years of its existence, and CCF 10 years. This is true longevity, because organizations, whether commercial or non-commercial, age and die rapidly in today's disruptive environment. So, and NGOs and their charity schemes have particularly high mortality rate due to the simple economic fact that their expenses remain certain, but income remains uncertain. In fact, during the current COVID times, have already seen tremendous mortality, not only of lives, but also of many NGOs for exactly this reason. So how is it that CCF has not only survived, but actually thrived? With annual disbursement going up 10 times from rupees 3 crore per year to 30 crore over the 10 years, and number of beneficiaries touching a mark of 10,000 patients across the country with about 15 hospitals. So how is it that CCF has been able to do this and will continue to do so? And I have identified 5 reasons for this particular thing. Number one, great idea was backed by robust governance system. The founders of this scheme, such as Arun, Nihal, Smita, Milind, and myself, were conscious that unless we have a credible, scalable, and resilient system, this will not survive and will not sustain. The second reason has been the great execution has been supported by long-term partners. Without the buy-in and tremendous support of SDFC, AMC through Milind, and of TMH through Dr. Badwe, this governance system would have failed miserably. 3 series of mutual funds which were launched for this purpose would not have happened without the personal and persistent championship of Milind and his team. There has been the great partnership which was cemented by tremendous teamwork across ICS, TMH, and CCF. And they have produced some incredible teamwork to keep improving the scheme while going forward. The fourth reason has been that great teamwork has been led by very strong leadership and very strong succession. All organizations and schemes fail if leadership fails. The need to have proper successors are life-saving. And this is where Usha and Naveen have made it happen. So thank you to both of you. And the fifth and the final reason is the great initiatives need founders' mindset. And when we are here with Navya, they will vouch for this fact. The founders' mindset is the so-called never say die spirit, which continuously results in innovating and reinventing the business model. So when the mutual fund model has failed, has become obsolete rather, because of the changes in the regulatory regime, new funding models have come into play to keep the scheme going. And when TMH team came under tremendous pressure, new DD team came into existence in Bangalore. And more recently, we have Navya and their artificial AI engine, which has come at a very crucial time. So we have had these 5 reasons which have really resulted in the longevity of this scheme. And my own grateful thanks are to all of you who have supported this and who are going to keep this scheme flying for the next 50 years. Thank you very much. And over to you, Usha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would now request Naveen to please say a few words. I must say, Hari has true management style, given a very good case history, summary, IIM lecture, perfect.
No, better contents also. No, you provided the contents.
He's the one who draws the lessons and tells others. Naveen?
So very briefly, I think very succinctly, Hari and Usha also with her inputs right through said it all. But what would be said about this great initiative of Indian Cancer Society, which started over 10 years ago. So, I just want to say that, you know, the Indians love cricket and a century is great and a double century is even greater. So, and we celebrate that. And therefore, after double century, we then look for Sehwag's triple century, etc. So my hope is that we continue for several centuries going forward. I also want to say that, and I want to give an analog. I think this is a temple of cancer, giving sort of hope to cancer people, cancer patients, hope to the society in terms of fighting against cancer. So I will call it a temple. And as we all know, in the Indian system, outside every temple, there is a big gate, you know, and it is decorated with Toran. We have several arms of our Indian Cancer Society activities. And I think Indian Cancer Society's CCF fund is like a big gate. It sort of opens it, makes it visible to the world outside as to how big and how meaningful is our pursuit in terms of supporting our vision. So to me, apart from giving benefit to the needy and deserving patients who are in panel hospitals, it also is like a banner or a sign to the society out there that, you know, here's a great thing, and we really derive great joy and benefit from that. I'd just like to conclude by thanking the warriors. You know, very often the warriors who are not seen don't get recognized. A few words have been said, but the DDT warriors continuously do the great job. You know, the front end will not happen if the back end doesn't work. And, you know, as Usha said, that there's a great team of DDT in Bombay and Bangalore for now, a couple of years, 4 or 5 years, which actually makes the things happen. So thank you very much. And I understand there have been over 400 DDT meetings over the last several years, and there have been 11,500 cases reviewed. This is a great achievement. And thank you very much, the DDT team. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. I would request now Anne to just start the presentation, which I would just take you through. It's a very, very brief presentation. And Anne, please start sharing the screen before she gets it on. I think it's fair to say that I've been quite overwhelmed with the kind of messages that have been pouring in. So what we really thought is we'd put these messages together, and I'll also sort of share with you some of the milestones of this CCF. So yeah, so the first one, Anne. Of course, we have Milind here, we have Deepak Parekh here, we have Nihal here, and we have Arun here, Kurkure. It was launched in May 2011 with the ICS and the Tata Memorial Hospital as the implementation partners. SEBI approved the fund. This was a first for India. 3 series were launched. And today we have a number of other supporters as well. But as Hari said, the challenge before us is how to look at another equally innovative funding model. Next, Anne. So Decade, yeah, 11,500 applications have been seen, 10,500 sanctioned, total 200. Today we had the 200th meeting of the GAC. Anne, would you want to show your cake, please, which Anita sent you, wishing the CCF team and celebrating, and take it a little higher, make sure it doesn't fall down. Thank you so much. Lovely, Anita, that was such a sweet gesture. Total number of DDT meetings, 443, and total Navya, the latest on the block, we've had 68 meetings of the Navya so far, and nearly 300 crores of sanctions have been committed. And overwhelming gratitude very often renders one surplus. And today I find I'm really at a loss for words when I need to thank you all. I've expressed it by saying that the DDT, despite the punishing schedules, week after week, spending time, devoting your time and expertise, really been an amazing, amazing thing. Our gratitude today extends way beyond, and I'm speaking on behalf of all the ICS and GAC members you see on this slide. So we carry on with the thanks. Mr. Sharma has said it so beautifully, but I'm hoping he'll also speak. The DDTs are the real warriors and the heroes of this scheme. And I'm going to give this, you can take your time reading it, but what I think, which he said, which really touched me, is this activity is not free time. It is a time which they would have spent for their patients, their own families, for their own professional development. The fact is that the DDTs prioritized this work. This is what is so worthy of commendation. And they have performed and to the original expectation. And therefore, actually, I'm going to share Mr. Sharma's little note he sent with all of you, but I would say thank you for, putting your thoughts into expression. Uday has also sent his message, which is here. He's also here, so I was wondering, Uday, I would probably read it out for you, or I don't need to because what you say is very, very obvious. May CCF operations go from strength to strength. Anita, in her classic style, has given a message which really, the hard task of screening application and see yay or nay, and today we had a sample of it in our own DDT, which we did today. Dedicated team of doctors led by Nehal, Tushar, week after week without fuss or complaint. And I would particularly point to the comment she's made on Anne. They've been ably supported and continue to rely on Anne Rawat and her team, who have every case at their fingertips. In the GSC, we would be hard-pressed to function without Anne, who, like the proverbial, I don't know how to pronounce that, Anita, ex machina, deus ex machina, comes to the rescue.
Yeah, it's God out of the machine, which...
I love the way she uses Latin so easily. Every time we need an impossible clarification. Anita, would you just like to say one word on that?
What it is like. Those of us who sit in at all of these meetings, you just have to ask Anne, and I don't know how she produces the goods every time. She has it up on the screen before you have been able to blink an eye. So thank you very much, Anne, and that's why I thought you.
Thank you so much. And it's the teamwork. So before we show it to you, it's the team who has worked on it. And
Manju has commented, she has the magic wand.
Thank you so much.
Next one. We also have, and next one.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Nehal says she's ever smiling, that is true. Shailesh has always been a great supporter. He's, I think Shailesh would, probably will say it himself.
Just a very few words, Usha. Thank you for the opportunity. I've been a new member, less than perhaps 10 or 15% of this 200 GAC meetings that I have attended. But apart from being a celebratory day today, it's a very humbling day for me. I can see how selflessly our DDT team, as well as the Navya team, have been collaborating and working together to make a real difference in the lives of those patients who have no hopes. So this is an incredible environment that I have seen. The amount of time that you spend, your professionalism is just simply outstanding. On behalf of every one of us, and especially from the patients, thank you so much for everything you do for CCF and for ICS.
Thank you, Shailesh. Jyotsna is a very senior member in the ICS, but a new member in the GAC. And probably I would like her to just read out what she has written herself.
I can't see what I've written, so you will have to scroll up.
Oh, okay. I can't scroll it up because...
No, not to worry. I just want to share a very recent experience of Anne's compassion. I know how busy she is, but when I referred a letter from a father requesting help for his young daughter, I don't know how she pulled out the time, but she wrote a beautiful letter, not just commiserating, but also offering practical help where CCF itself could not do it. And God bless your heart. I think that compassion is what carries CCF forward. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
I love what Jyotsna has written. She says, I learn something at every meeting of the GAC. Dr. Nilesh's speed reading leaves me breathless, and Dr. Manju's tinkling laugh raises spirits. Nehal is the voice of the DDT committee, and one is struck at the thorough report she presents. Navya has a tough act to follow. It's so encouraging to see how often Navya and DDT agree with each other. Anne and her team, of course, are the quiet backup for all of it. Anne?
Thank you so much.
Kishore has commented. Kishore, would you like to read it out yourself, or should I? You want me? Can you see?
I can't see it, but can I tell you the gist of it in 2 sentences?
Yes.
So a large part of my work is with end-stage cancer patients, and we get support from all sides and in all ways. Some time ago, our auditors said that it's not enough for you to value what you get in money, but you need to value what you get in kind also. And one of the things I told the auditors is that the support we get from our doctors is something that cannot be valued. And that sort of a value you cannot put on what support we get. And that is the gist of what I feel about all the DDT doctors. I'm not talking about money. What I'm talking about is experience and expertise. How readily you give from your expertise and attention is something mind-boggling. And like Jyotsna said, my learning at this age is really from all these GAC meetings, because each one of you, the way you go through each case and the way you give reasoning for it, it's something fantastic. My hat's off to you. I've seen many, many doctors, but this team of doctors is something fantastic. Thank you all.
Okay, sure. It'll take me, there are many more messages and I'll be probably circulating all of it. Gautam, I would like you to speak, but I think we still have a large number of speakers and I wanted to complete. But Gautam has sent a very touching message. And in fact, I'm going to circulate the entire message to everybody. Anne, carry on.
Yeah. So this is for the Navya team.
Thanks to the Navya team. I really wish Gitika and Naresh could have been here today. So there are messages which sort of communicate what we feel, and Shailesh has articulated it. MK has very clearly talked about scaling up and the need for the AI skills and competencies, and leaves much more debatable cases. So we have this system of, having clear cases and discussion cases. It has added a new dimension to the effectiveness of DTTs. And Anita has very succinctly put it, the help of the AI algorithms provided by Navya will in the future help to fully automate a good part of the decision-making process. So that is again something that will come maybe in scaling up. So we are very grateful to you, Farzana,
Ramya and
Navya for the amount of, for the dedication that you put into this project. And behind this, I know people, Gitika and Naresh are there, but I know 3 of you are really the team which is there week after week, and thank you so much, all 3 of you. I just will take another 5 minutes maybe, if we can manage with that. I just thought that we have, like I said, I was looking through the minutes of the 200 minutes of the DDT, roughly casting my eyes through it, and made the team give me a synopsis, which they did produce in about 2 days' time. I was looking at the ICS 2011 guidelines, and it's amazing how it stood the test of time. And I think that goes back to what Hari said about the governance, the processes, the conception. Everything was so very clearly done by Arun and Nihal and Hari and Smita that I think it has really stood the test of time. Certain very important changes were made when we brought in Navya, and the ethics committee of ICS helped us in modifying the patient consent form. The importance of patient confidentiality and the need to anonymize. I thank Anita for that continuous reiteration of that, and finally we got it. And so now we are really in a position to be able to do everything which is absolutely in accordance with the best practices the world over. Hospital empanelment, we have probably not gone as fast as we could have, but we do have now 19 hospitals, and
17, ma'am.
17 hospitals. And again, the aspect of due diligence is that there have been cases where we have disempaneled hospitals. We are familiar with those, either because of high cost or non-adherence to the CCS guidance system, poor response, and they were reinstated. So we've had hospital audits. We've tried to ensure that the hospitals who are our partners are actually, very much in keeping with the spirit of the entire CCF scheme, which is to give standard of care, reasonable and affordable treatment, making every rupee run a longer distance. And change. Speedier processing. We've obviously had more DDT meetings, and then we had more DDTs, and the GAC also started meeting once a fortnight, and it also started then doing a rapid scrutiny of clear cases and having the discussion cases present in detail. And I still remember Hari saying the GAC has to put its eyes through every single case, and that is its accountability. So we have been doing that, and GAC members know now that we have been doing it even in these meetings. The IT has been a great support, and this has enabled us during COVID times to really, facilitate all the meetings of the DDT, the meetings, and sending all the files to Navya. And as you can see, Anne is able to retrieve it even in the GAC meetings. So this is something amazing, and we are very grateful. Originally, of course, the HDFC team gave us the help of the software, and now we have more recently got CK, who is Mr. Kazwadkar, who is a member of our NMC, and he has helped us to do the latest editions. Going forward, we still have a way to go. Navya was a very, very big milestone in the history of CCF. Parallel scrutiny was done initially of 750 applications to ascertain the concordance divergence. Tushar led this right from word go. It showed a 98% concordance for clear sanction cases. And since February 21, all the cases for sanction come direct to GAC, and all such cases except 2 have been approved by GAC. Other cases are either not considered by Navya as eligible or are doubtful, are then discussed in more detailed time by the DDT. And so the time that DDT has saved is almost 25 to saved by 67 to 75%, and there's a mistake over there. They have actually, only 25% of the cases have gone to them, and therefore they have saved 75% of their time. Use of checklists for completion of applications. This has again been a new innovation of this GAC, the new one, and speedy recovery. The turnaround time is just about 15 days, maximum 7 days to 14, 15 days. That is how long we take to turn around the whole proposal from beginning to end. Optimizing the use of funds through better recycling, better follow-up, getting the refunds, and we have Uday, Gautam, and all our people in the treasury making sure that we make sure that these funds are recycled. Wherever utilizations and reports are not received, the money is then requested to be refunded after about 13 months of the first disbursement. And this is actually, through this process, we've received 28 crores, which means more funds, more commitment, more patients covered. Capping the cost of treatment is something that we have started recently. Drug costs, use of biosimilars, doing a comparative study across hospitals, we have been able to ensure that this whole affordability, and at the same time recognizing that every single hospital has its own cost structure and we should not make them out of pocket. So this is something that has been a very careful, calibrated way of ensuring capping the cost of treatment, making it reasonable, but not too unreasonable from their point of view as well.
Wouldn't have happened without Dr. Manju and Dr. Nilesh.
Absolutely. Nilesh and Manju have been totally, and they continue to do that for us. Of course, we've had 2 studies, which Tushar had taken up one study in 2019, which was a median follow-up of 5.7 years. 48 persons alive without disease, 3% alive with disease. And this meant that we achieved our 51%. But for children, we've not yet reached 70%. We are more like 60%, which is the WHO standard for pediatric cancers. Follow-up of patients and trying to minimize the LFU is something that is always on our agenda and going ahead. So 2 papers have been presented at CEOP 15 and CEOP 19, and we are very happy that Purna and Tushar could present these papers. And during COVID, it was tough. Initially, if you see, this graph shows you clearly how in February, the number of cases, which was in March 188, and I think we sanctioned about 200, 215 applications at that time, dramatically fell. And despite that, we kept up a pace of 137, 125. It went on. And then in February, March this year, we again increased to 217 and 227 applications per month. But there's been a drop again. But what has enabled us to keep this going, including sanctioning all the pent-up cases, has been the IT systems that have been put in place, and all the meetings have been conducted. Anne and team again have really worked very hard to ensure that laptops and desktops have been sent. We also conducted a webinar when Dr. Shanta, the late Dr. Shanta, was there, and she expressed her total satisfaction with the CCF scheme. Journey ahead, and I think here is where I thought, as on the occasion of the 200th meeting of the GAC, what have we seen? We have seen that the CCF model works. Hari has given a beautiful 5 lessons on why it works. And it ensures donors that there is a diligent and optimal use of philanthropic funds. Then what is it that can go ahead? 2 things I want to talk about. One is achieving better outcomes, and second, scaling up. Achieving better outcomes, as you've seen, there are ways in which we should try and achieve better outcomes. And secondly, we should try and link CCF support with partners who provide nutritional and emotional support. And here is where Purna's analogy of end-to-end encryption really, speaks to me. So that we really, as ICS, deal with the patients right from end to end. Patient follow-up, huge priority. And perhaps Dr. Banavali would be very happy about this, that setting up that Arun Kurkure fund had actually and if this can be strengthened further and pushed, maybe it helps better earlier treatment and then better outcomes. So this is what I think we all need to brainstorm. We need to think again and think again on how we can make better outcomes and how we can scale up. Scaling up, I just put some ideas. Can we replicate the model with partner NGOs under the ICS umbrella? Could we do a global fundraising? And for this, Tushar has been saying that we should document much more, publish much more, show what we are doing, then it is perhaps possible. Using the Navya kind of tool and perhaps prophetic words by Dr. Burgess on to fully automate a good part of the decision making. So this is all I have to really share with you. We are almost, and this is finally the screen which I think we should spend a little longer time. And just tell the names of the people from left to right, from top to bottom.
So the first person is Ashmit. He helps us with all the documentation and filing work. We have Lata here, second, Kanchan, Tanay, Amruta, who handles the accounts, Janvi. They are the ones who update the Janvi, Kanchan, and Vishal are the ones who are part of the DDT and the application process. Lata and Shruti do the follow-up part. Amrita and Suraksha are the accountants, so all the disbursements are handled by them. Suraksha, Shubhda handles the utilization, so the bills that come is handled by Shubhda. Then Roshni, Sachita and Ranjana, whatever is remaining are all handled by them. So the refundable follow-up, talking to hospitals, that's what they do.
Big thank you to the CCF team. You'll all agree with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
May I now, just maybe one, we are almost at 6:45. I wanted to make sure we completed, but still we have a number of speakers. May I request MK to just say a few words? MK?
Thank you, Usha. I think I would just say 2 sentences. One, I salute the doctor heroes who have served on the DDT. And I would certainly salute Dr. Banavali and Tushar Vora, who in the nascent period actually trained the DDT members, gave them the perspective on what needed to be seen and what needed to be viewed. And really also in the initial years, I can talk of the GACs, we were being educated by the DDT members because most of us were non-doctors and we wouldn't understand the nuances. And very often the doctor representing the DDTs would tell us. And very often, if we took a wrong decision, nudge us to say, you might want to review and reconsider. So I think they played a very, very active and interesting role in terms of making the GSE work effectively. I specifically want to talk about Dr. Tushar. He rendered 2 additional services to the effectiveness of the GSE. One was, I think he was a big support in terms of empanelment of hospitals. He would visit, see them, find them, whether they were up to the mark or standard or not. And B, he again, in terms of bringing about standardized procedures and assessments, talked to doctors in various hospitals to say what needed to be done, what were the deficiencies we saw in the applications and the recommendations they had made, and so on and so forth. So it was Dr. Tushar, thank you very, very much. And Dr. Baravdi, who was actually the patron saint of the DDTs, thank you very, very much for what you did for the GSE. Finally, I think a big thank to the Bangalore branch and the team, which, finding the workload that we were having with the Bombay DDT, organized a second DDT in Bangalore. And a lot of doctors, unlike in the case of Bombay, where most of them were for TMH, the Bangalore DDT is from various hospitals, and therefore assembling them, making them meet, called for a lot of challenges. So Kishore helped us out on that, and thank you very much, Kishore, for that. And Tushar had the unique task again of making sure that the DDTs in Bombay and DDTs in Bangalore were on the same wavelength. And that was something which was again a very great work done by him. Lastly, I would want to thank the Navya team, because as we started scaling up and we started getting more and more funds, it was clear to us that our original model of DDTs doing an extensive scrutiny was not going to work. We were not going to find enough doctors. We were not going to find enough DDTs to be able to do justice to the task that we had ahead of us. And that is where Navya came in. And using artificial intelligence and the past work done by DDTs, Usha talked about the overlapping of and finding concurrence. I think it has been a tremendous success. It is something which has really opened new vistas for ICS to scale up. And Navya also is probably creating a knowledge base, which would over time help us even in terms of standardizing costs and in terms of standardizing the way we work. And that's something which I would express my gratitude to the Navya team. And last and not the least, Usha, I might embarrass you by saying that you have been really, really, really the patron saint. But for you, I think what we have accomplished and achieved wouldn't have happened. It is the leadership which really delivers. And very often, leaders appropriate all the credit, but you have been a leader who has been working behind the scenes. And but for you, I can say the leadership that you provided to the CCF, we wouldn't have been where we are today. So thank you, Usha, for what you have made CCF happen today. Thank you. I'll stop.
Thank you so much. Actually, I should, I mean, you've almost brought tears to my eyes. But what I really was wanting to also say is that we should thank Vijay for also, along with Kishore, because Vijay was a person who really did bring in the Bangalore DDT. And because we had the comfort of Dr. Menon, you know, in Bangalore, we could do it. And I'm sure then I'm going to hand over the mic, so to say, to Milind, who has been again from the first team. Milind.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I think it's first of all, it's wonderful to see all of you, and many of whom I have not been able to meet for a long time. I must say that this whole idea of the CCF fund it's being talked about as unique, but one feels very humbled that one has been able to create the funding support for a good idea. You know, there are many good ideas, but they don't work if they are not backed by two things. You need funding support. And the one thing that struck me in my very initial conversations with Mr. Nihal Kaviratne and Hari Mundra was that what any kind of good philanthropic work needed sustainable financing modeling. It is not that you go to somebody and ask for money and you get it, but you needed something that you were certain of getting for at least a period of time. And that's where we came out with this idea of the mutual fund route with a 3-year closed-ended fund to be most appropriate tax-wise. What we have done in the mutual fund space is that we have really leveraged our expertise in managing money and the connect that we have with the investors. I used to always feel, I still feel, is that we are blessed that we are always dealing with people who have surplus money to invest. And what we have done is really introduced a new asset class to these people. We always talk about equity markets and debt markets. So it was for the first time that not just me, but my team was going out and saying, how about philanthropy? Have you thought about that? Why don't you put aside some money, which you are of course going to get back, but you forgo income? So I think from the time of conceptualizing an investment product, which was philanthropy oriented, none of it would have been, and I'll be brief, I know I can speak for a long time, it's a subject of great passion for me. These things don't work unless it is backed by execution. And I remember in innumerable meetings, particularly with some well-known people in the world of business, they used to always ask me, I know the word of HDFC does give a lot of trust and faith to people who are donating or investing, but it made a lot of difference when I explained the process by which applications, the money was going to be used, the process that was going to be followed, the rigor of the due diligence process, there almost a 2-3 tier control points that were there before money was given, the monitoring and the follow-up that was going to be done. And I think that gave a lot of confidence to investors. This is not just backed by the HDFC brand and the ICF brand, but it is also backed by a very strong process. This process is really heavily dependent, the way I understood it in all my 10 years of being on the GSE, is by the DDT. Every meeting, the DDT member who presented was the key member of the team. The meeting wouldn't start without his presence of presenting the cases to the committee and giving her opinion about it. And I'm extremely impressed, extremely grateful, because for doctors with the skill sets, the most important thing with them is their time. There's nothing more valuable for doctors than their time. And here was a set of so many doctors providing free time to just be engaged with this project. And I don't want to mention because I'll miss some, but particular gratitude is to Dr. Banavli, Dr. Tushar, and Dr. Nehal now, whom I've had the pleasure of interacting. I think the DDT has been the backbone of this process, which we could go out and speak very confidently to our investors, saying that this is how it is done, and that's why your money is being used very, very prudently. So I think once again, thank you to all the members of the GAC, but more importantly, thank you to the members of the DDT. I think in HDFC, although I'm not there as in the HDFC, I'm sure my successor will continue to commit this program and this project, which should have sort of a perpetual life. And I'm sure that HDFC's contribution in some way or the other, HDFC Mutual Fund's contribution, I'm very confident will continue. So thank you to members of the DDC, of the DDT and the GAC, and all the members at the CCF and her team for the really outstanding work that's been being done. It feels grateful and wonderful to be associated. It's been a privilege to be a part of this project. Thank you.
And thank you so much. I think it's very natural we should ask Dr. Banavli to speak now. Dr. Banavli? Yes, doctor.
Yeah, thank you, madam. And really thank you for all the help and support that we have received over the last 10 years. And being an oncologist, I would say that, I believe in the theory of Charles Darwin, which says that it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. And that's what happens in cancer and how the cancer cell survives. And the same thing that has happened, I think, with the GAC and the CCF, wherein you've seen that not only you have changed the way to raise funds, but also the way to adapt to the changes that have occurred because of the COVID situation having online meetings, Navya coming into the picture and doing AI evaluation of all the forms. So I think so many adaptations that CCF has done, and that's why I think it has really survived over these many years, and it's not only survived, it has grown over the years, and it has helped more and more patients. And I wish you all the best, and I hope that we continue to get the support and the goodwill along with that. I always say that not only the support, the goodwill that comes with the funding that we receive, I think that makes a big change in the lives of the people that you all have touched. So thank you once again, and I hope that I continue to be associated with this fund for the next many years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would request Homi, who was one of the, again, original members of the GSC. So Homi is here. Homi?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was going to be speaker, but I was just thinking about 2 or 3 things. One was about 2-3 days ago, coincidentally, I got a mail from Gitika talking about Navya and offering Sloan Kettering's advice to anyone who wants it. And the response comes within less than 10 minutes, I think, something like that. Amazing speed at which they do this. And it reminds me of some of the work I do with Red Cross today on COVID. And really, one of the things which really helps people at a time like this is having a helpline. And we get so much, if we have helplines, people phone up, they ask doctors for their advice, they don't know how to handle a particular situation, and giving them advice is a huge benefit. The other thing I've realized in working with COVID and Red Cross today is that we are not alone in this. There's tremendous support from doctors around the world, Indian doctors who phone up. Suddenly I get a call at 4 o'clock in the morning or something saying, I want to send so many concentrators to India. There's millions of dollars which doctors are putting together to help us. And it's a great feeling to know that we're not alone and there are people willing to reach out to us and help us at this difficult time. I think one of the silver linings for me on COVID and the speed at which science has been developing, and I see tremendous potential in the mRNA route and immunology, and I think we will see great improvements and tremendous growth in cancer therapy in the next few years. Another thing I found in my experience with dealing with COVID is, treatment protocols are so important. We've had horrible experiences of doctors experimenting with stupid therapies without proper treatment protocols. And if we can disseminate protocols, I think that would be a great service to people. And lastly, I think one of the learnings I've got is the tremendous social problems which go with mortality. Children are being orphaned. The breadwinner of the family is no longer there. We have to reach out to these people, help them. And fortunately, government is putting a lot of funds into this. And we're doing our best to help people with huge social problems caused by mortality. So I thought just some of the learnings I've had from my working with another field, COVID, over the last few months. And I thought that might be relevant to this audience also. Thanks, Usha. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with your Cancer Cure Fund over the years. I've learned so much, and I've always loved interacting with the doctors. I found it very emotional quite often, where we had to take very tough calls on who the treatment should be provided to, who it should not be provided to. And quite often we revisited those same decisions again and again till we found the right answer. And it was quite an emotional experience. So Usha, thank you for your great leadership. I thoroughly enjoyed working with you.
Thanks so much, Homi. I think you've given us a lot of insights, and it's clear that you're deeply been caught in this whole process of intervention in the area of COVID. It's really wonderful to see you so deeply involved and being able to talk about it. Thank you. And it's also very traumatic and painful experience. Meta, would you like to go next? You need to unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And first of all, it's such a pleasure to be here back amongst old friends. And it is so gratifying to see that this germ of an idea that we started to pursue more than 10 years ago has grown and scaled up and has had such a tremendous impact. I just feel absolutely privileged that I had the opportunity to be a part of this. Of all the things that I have done, I think this has been one of my most satisfying experiences. And I think the biggest takeaway or learnings that I've taken from this is two things. One is, the conviction that Dr. Kurkure had that we have to find a way to fund these patients who keep lining up. And even though at that time, there was just absolutely no solution in sight, and it seemed like a completely unachievable goal, but the conviction was never lost. And we started looking for solutions, and we all know where we've landed with that conviction. And the second, if you start to work on a good cause with full commitment, there are many others who start joining in, supporting you, helping you with all kinds of things. And that is exactly what has happened in this case, that there were just a bunch of us who started this, but look at the tremendous community that has come together to bring it to the point that we are today. So I am just absolutely humbled to see what can be done with conviction and commitment.
Thank you, Smita. Purna, talking about Dr. Kurkure, we just have to get you on now. Purna, you're muted.
Thank you, Usha, for this opportunity. For everyone, it is an experience. For me, it is an emotional connect with this fund. Way back in 2007, when we started the St. Jude at the behest of request of Nehal Kaviratne in the premises of Indian Cancer Society, and his model was very clear that he would provide, there were interlocking but independent 3 circles as per his theory, in which case he was the second circle, providing the environment and safe environment for children to stay and provide the social and emotional support through the third circle. But he said very clearly upfront that there is no connect with the medical treatment and the first circle. And there we saw the gap. And I said, if the patients are not going to have the treatment, however good the accommodation and the psychosocial support that you may provide will not be of any use, because there won't be any compliance to the treatment, which is curative in intent. And that is the genesis of Cancer Cure Fund, when Dr. Kurkure, Ms. Arun, persuaded Nehal to do something for the treatment, for which St. Jude will not be responsible, but he took that onus on himself that we must develop some system. And being doctors, we are not very good with the financial and economic side. And everybody came to rescue. And Usha, I remember still that we were staying that time in Purnima, and you came home and met him. And that is the story. That is the rest is the history, that how it began. And I still remember the day in July or something when it was raining very heavily. Smita would remember and Hari would remember that they had invited dozens of, quite a few mutual fund houses, one of which was HDFC, and there were many more. But the commitment was HDFC and Milind in particular was so great that ultimately we came together and developed this whole thing. So it has been really a good journey, and I thank all of you who had this vision and supported Arun's vision. And we have things in place, not only for children, but that is the curative intent has still remained as a gold standard for Cancer Cure Fund, because that is where we began. And rest is the history. And I thank everyone, and thank at a personal level to carry on with his dream, and wherever he is, he's looking at us and is happy. I can say that. Thank you.
Thank you, Purna. Thank you. In your own capacity, in your own way, you have contributed tremendously to the GSC. Such a practical, very humane, practical, and principled approach. I think, Purna, you've always had it straight on, and I will unfailingly would like to, very grateful for the kind of advice you have always given. very strong, very honest, and very fair. And I think that has been really wonderful, the contribution that you have. Where is our hero, Tushar? Tushar.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not able to see him.
I'm speaking, ma'am. So, yeah, just 2 lines. One, it's a privilege to learn from all my teachers. I won't name them all because I'm overwhelmed to see all of you on the screen together again, and it's a blessing. And the only other thing I would say is that every case, every application is a person, and it matters. And that spirit is being carried on by Nehal and Anant and the whole DDT team. And I'm really honored to be a part of this. Thank you so much.
Is that all you have to say, Tushar? You were the one who led Navya, so maybe a word about that.
It was in the right direction, and I remember, I particularly, I have to mention Dr. Anita Burgess. Is she still there?
Anita, I think she go somewhere.
She left.
I mean, all of you have been really great. It was a journey, and ma'am, please don't put me on the spot. Thank you so much.
And removed from the spot. So I would now request Dr. Nehal.
Please don't put me in a spot. I'm also very overwhelmed with this meeting today, and really thank all of you for the kind words on behalf of DDT. I would, my special thanks to Tushar and Usha ma'am for continuous guidance, and my fellow DDT members, especially the Bangalore DDT, Dr. Hari Menon and team. That's it. It's a pleasure and privilege to work with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anand, I would like you to say something next, please.
Yeah, first of all, congratulations to the CCF for completing 10 years. I never say no whenever somebody from CCF calls, because I never find it a burden, because I've seen firsthand how much these funds help a poor needy patient with curative malignancy. And that's why it is always a pleasure to be part of a DDT team. I've learned and I've seen the meticulousness with which the files are being scrutinized and how the finances and accountability is being managed. And I thank the ICS for making me a part of this. And thank you, Mrs. Usha Thorat, for spearheading this. And Vishal, Ranjana, Anne, and the entire CCF team, and especially to Navya, who have actually relieved a lot of our burden now for the last year or so. So I hope to contribute as much as possible for this fund, for this effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you also for having started the DDT in Kargar. That also could ease the burden on many of the TMH doctors. But now, of course, we realize that location is does not inhibit. You can be anywhere and participate in a GSC or a DDT. Thank you. Dr. Ravi from Bangalore. Ravi?
Yeah. Thank you, Madam. Yeah, as I think Dr. Anant told, we are all very grateful that we are part of ICS team, and it's not a burden; it's a privilege. I think that
Can you show yourself on video?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And it's not a burden; it's a privilege to be in ICS team, and how it is helping. And definitely we will continue to help. And a few words how Navya has changed. So probably now with Navya screening the regular cases, we are able to concentrate more on difficult cases or second cases or rejected cases. So it is very easy for us now to give more time to difficult cases. And I think artificial intelligence is a way forward, and we look forward to it. And it's a great privilege as I was working in TMH also, and now with Menon sir and part of ICS team, It's a great privilege. Thanks.
So with that, I've come to the end of the list of speakers I had, because we said we'll finish at 7 o'clock and it's already 7:15. Unless there's somebody who desperately wants to say something. Manju, do you? No, she doesn't.
Hari sir, Hari Menon.
Hari
Dr.
Menon.
Hari Menon.
Doctor did mention something, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would say that it was a privilege to be part of this right from my TMH days. I think I probably have gone through the entire innings of 10 years, right from, and when I left TMH in 2016, I was one of the highlights was Bangalore coming in and me being able to continue and contribute to what the fantastic work that the CCF is doing. And it has always been wonderful to be part of it and also be associated with the knowledge that we are contributing in some way to assist patients to get the treatment which otherwise they may find it difficult to achieve. And I think I should congratulate the entire team for having us on board and also doing such fantastic work and taking it forward and improving as the years go by. And we look forward to many more years of contributing to this effort. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is Dr. Kumaraswamy. Can I say something?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, there are several definitions of success in life. Is it getting the name or the fame or the material achievement? But there is one definition that I believe in and that I found appropriate for this forum as well. And that is giving more than you receive in your life. When you give something more than that you receive in life, that is the success in life. That is the ultimate. Probably many of the scriptures say that. Although my role as a radiation oncologist has been minimal, most of the time Ravi and Menon have been talking because most of the patients who are availing the help were medical oncology help or pediatric. And therefore my role as a radiation oncologist has been minimal, but I have been there as a support. And really I am impressed and amazed about the young kids that get so much of help from this, the program. Therefore, I really congratulate all the people who are involved, who are giving much more back to the society than they have received in life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. May I now request Ranjana, who is actually the original member of the team in the CCF, who has been there right from inception. And she's probably the one person who has been there right from inception. So there she is.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all of you. मैं अपने सारे 10,000 पेशेंट की तरफ से आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ, आप जिन्हें आपकी सहयोग से नई जिंदगी मिली है। आज वो मैं उनका प्रतिनिधित्व करती हूँ और आशा करती हूँ कि आप यह सहयोग हमारे साथ हमेशा बरकरार रखें। Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ranjana. Now I think we've come to the end of our program, and thank you all very
Hello,
much.
ma'am. Can I just take a second and thank from Navya's side?
Yes.
This is Farzana here. So just it's like a privilege. I'm very thankful to be a part of ICS team. The impact what ICS has on the cancer care, listening to each doctor and everyone, the journey going through, it's really overwhelming, to see Navya is being a part of this. You would continue to do, and thanks to Dr. Tushar, we have learned a lot from the DDT doctors. Every DDT meeting is like a thing. Thanks, Anne, for inviting us for such a great panel.
Thank you so much.
You, Prasanna.
So now
And can you see the customary screenshots? Everyone can switch on their videos.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
Take some screenshots. Naveen,
How do I do that?
Vandana,
on the
Roshi,
videos?
I do that.
Vishal,
Yeah.
can you please take some screenshots? Dr. Kumaraswamy, Purna? Yeah, Purna.
Okay. We click.
Click. Here's the opportunity. Click.
Thank you, each one of you, for being here.
Thank you. Fun.
Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
put on the music.
Who's having the cake?
Missed the cake. We missed
Yeah.
the cake, Usha.
Yeah.
Cake all by herself.
You are
No, she
all are
doesn't.
welcome home. All are
She
welcome
doesn't.
home.
Cheers. Huh?
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
being there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Kanchan ma'am. Thank you for being there.
My pleasure.